cells, create new cells, and then there was a part where we created new cells, and those new cells, we found out that we picked the dollar sign separate, wrote it as currency, and then the figures separate, and we took it as price. So when we have figures separately, it can do the work where you don't have the dollar sign attached to it, because when the dollar sign is there, take it as a test. Is that what's your question? That's the question you were asking. Hello, Mr. Moore.
Sorry, I thought I forgot I did not put myself. Actually, that is where the challenge was. But to even start with, the last assignment, because it was Excel alone, you know, it didn't take us to the Power Query. So I don't know whether we can still do that adjustment straight. That was where the major challenge, because there was no Power Query again. I only noticed from the data on the left-hand side that was where the challenge was, that the particular column was numerical because of the dollar sign. So with what they are saying, no, I quite understand quite all right, but how to even separate it since there was no Power Query again. In fact, that has also been my challenge from the beginning. If you can, after we can, even after we have
you can pick your Power Query from the tool, from up. If you look at the up where you have your home and everything, your Power Query is still there. You can pick it back from there.
Okay.
Yes. It's not thrown away totally. It's just above there. You can still pick it up.
Okay, okay. Let me, is it one of the, is it like one of the heading? Because I see home, insert, modeling view.
Yeah, well, it's just as in part of the heading. So you can always pick it back. It's not lost forever. You can always pick your Power Query back and work it.
I said whether, because what I have is file, home, insert, modeling, view, then help. I didn't see where.
Check on home first.
Okay. Okay, okay. I think I will come back to it and get there.
Okay. Any other question before we start today's work? Any other question? Okay. So we're going to start today's class. We're going to make use of the data set I just dropped. We're going to look at the Word document that I also dropped, like a guide. Then the projects that are given, I'll also I'll create time to drop a step-by-step approach to how you can do the project, how you can build your dashboard. So today we're going to import data and create data model, which we all know how to do that. We all know how to clean our data set. So we are not going to clean this data set. The data set is already clean. We are going to define relationship. We are going to create new measures using functions, using formulas. We are going to format the measures that I've created. We are going to edit and delete measures. We are going to learn how to create new measures using the count functions, using the distinct count functions. We are going to add comments to our measures. We are going to create measures with operators. What are operators? Your signs where you have plus, minus, divide. Okay, so how do you create measures using them? We're also going to use quick measures to create measures. We are going to create measures by calculating on column. That way we can just use column to create our measures without going through serious or rigorous formulas. So this we are going to see the difference between a measure and a calculated column. Okay, measures, reference, iterators function, time and date function, find function, if functions. So these are all the things we're going to look at today in Power BI, mainly because we want to know how to use how to do the calculation aspect of our Power BI. Okay. So we all know that in Power BI, the very first thing to do is for you to get your data. So it's for you to get your data. So if you have downloaded the data set, please open your Power BI and go to get data. Open your Power BI, go to get data. So that is the first step we are doing. We are importing data sets and then we want to create data model. So how do you import your data sets? Go to get data. Click on get data. Everybody click on get data and get the data set. You can also use this one. You can use this. You can use this. Now, what are the data that we want to get? You know, I asked you to download the DAS file. So in the DAS file, you have 3 data sets. You have cookie type, you have customers, and then you have others. So we are going to download the 3. Get the 3 data, import the 3 data sets. So the first step is to import data sets. So import the first 3 data sets. Everybody should do that. If your system is fast and you like to volunteer it for learning today, I'll allow you to share your slides so that we can use your system. So who would like to help out? Is it Mr. Azan? Is it Mr. Yemi? So if you have downloaded the data set, can I see your hand up? If you have this data set that wants to use DAS, can I see your hand up? Just give me a wave. If you have not, download it now. It's on the group. Mr. Azan, can we use your system, please? Please share your slide, Mr. Azan. Okay, so get the data sets. Good. So customer. Good. So click on the customer. No, don't click on the table 1. We don't need table 1. We need customer. Good. Now load. Thank you. So go to the next. Go to get data, order, open, go to order, yes, load. Okay, so go to the next one. So we get,
I've
let's get
loaded,
to all data.
all the three data. So, but I need to
Okay.
delete this table one.
Yes.
I think I want
Yes,
to delete
delete
it.
the
I need
table
to
one.
delete table one.
So let's watch how he deleted the measure, because we are learning to delete measure too. So that's how to do it. Right click. Yes. So we have cookie type, we have customer, and then we have order. So the first step that we ask here is that we're going to learn how to import data set, which we know already. So now we've imported the data set. So we create data model. How do you create data model? Now click on the second, this thing on the right, yes, to view the data. Click. So this is the view for cookie type. So click on customer.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Can you please slow down for us? Let's quickly just finish downloading data sets.
Okay. You're still downloading the data set.
Yeah, I've downloaded it. I just want to upload it. So, and I think you are moving too fast for me. That's why I'm saying that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Azan, let's stop. Let's take this time to ask questions, maybe answer questions, and then so that those that are not, we can all be on the same page. Okay. So the last time when we look at Power BI, the first aspect is for us to first get our data set. So whichever data set you're using for Power BI, you must learn the modality to clean the data set. You must be able to clean the data set. Cleaning the data set is very, very important. Okay, so let's wait. Let's be sure that everybody have gotten the data set.
I'm done, man. I don't know about this.
Hello. Hello, I thought I had someone talking.
I'm done uploading. I've gotten the data.
Hello, ma.
So, hello, have you all gotten your data set now? Can we continue now? Hello?
I speak for myself, yes.
Okay, for yourself, yes. Okay.
No, yes.
If you have got, okay, if you have all gotten your data set, can I just see a yes on the chat to know that everybody have gotten the data set, and then we continue? I just need a yes, yes, yes. I'll count the number of yes.
Hello, ma. Hello, ma.
Okay, so let's continue now. Now, the second part of our work says we're going to check. So now we're checking, we are viewing the data set. That's what we're doing. View the data set. We view cookies type, we view customers, and then this is the order that we'll view. So let's go to the so let's now that we view what is the next thing that we have on that Microsoft worksheet? So the first thing, import data set. Import this data set. So we have done that. And the second one said create data model. We've done that. So step 2, define relationship. Now, Mr. Hazen, go to. Yes, so let's go. So you can see directly from here that the customer and the other one, there's a connective. They have connected it automatically. Zoom, make it big. So we can see the relationship between customer and order. So the relationship there is customer ID. There's customer ID here and there's customer ID here. So it's showing the relationship automatically. So let's compare.
Hello,
Yes, sir.
sorry, mine is not connected. Just I can only view just two. That is the order and the customer. I can't view others. There is no order yet.
No, there's order in the file, in the folder I sent
Okay,
to
I
you.
can see what I saw now. I can see cookies type
You can see cookies type, yes.
on the screen, but not on my worksheet.
Not on your own.
Yes, I can't view.
I can't get your question. And that means you didn't click on it when you are picking that data. When you pick that data set, now you look at, it's going to show you like series of what is there. So you will click on cookies type, then you now click on load. Go back to that zip file. Go back.
I can view it now. I can see it now.
Go back to you can see it now. Okay. Okay. So now there's a relationship and a connection between this customer and their order. So we need a connection between these cookies and others. Cookies and others. So let's create a connection. Move this to the middle, sir. Move this order to the middle. Move customer to the extreme end. Okay. Okay. So we want to create a connection. Now, when you look at this, we have cost per cookies, revenue per cookies, units sold. Here we have customer ID, we have order, we have products. So I think the product here should still relate to something here. The product here, there's a product here. So what's the product on the cookies type? What's the product there? Cost per cookies, or revenue per cookies, or units sold? What is the product there? Can somebody tell us? The product here is the cookies type. Type of cookies is the product here. And we have products here. So drag cookies type, drag it and drop it into products. Cookies type up. Cookies type, yes. Drag it and drop it into products. Yes. So we've made a connection here now. So we've connected the cookie types to others. So the cookie type that we have there is a type of product. So we have been able to make relationship, which is the number 2 that we say we are going to do. The first one we say we are going to import the data, we are going to view the data, and then the second one we say we are going to define relationships. Now we've been able to define relationship between these 3 tables. So that's the next step. So we go to measures now. We want to, the third one says we want to create new measures.
Sorry, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah.
What about this unit sold? I think we have unit sold under cookie types and others as well. How we form relationship between
Okay.
these two units sold?
Okay.
I'm just asking.
We have units sold, we have units sold. But let's connect the products that this one have product, this one also have a product. If the units sold, if they are naturally connected, if they are similar in their data set, it would have given us a connection automatically. We will not need to we will not be the one dragging them to themselves.
Okay.
Do you get?
All right.
Just the way order and customer gave us connection automatically. That's the way it should give us. But if it's not giving connection automatically, you know that they don't have the same number of rows, they don't have the same number of columns. There are no direct connections. So that's why it's not connected. Do you get? So that's why it is not connected. So when we're done with this, the next step is for us to now create measures. What are measures? Go back to the shell. Go back to the PowerBI. Okay. So our measures are these things that we have under data. Under data, our measures are cookies, type, customers, and others. Those are our measures. Now, before I go to measures, everybody do the connection. Connect from beginning to where we stop. Everybody should get to that page, then we'll continue.
Hello.
Okay. Are we all on the same page now? Can we continue? Can we continue?
Yes.
Okay. So we have 3 measures already here. and we have other measures under them. We have measures, so many measures. That's like the columns, the features. You have so many features under cookies, so many features under. Oh, Miss Anne, you say yours is not connecting. Wow. I think you just try to follow the class, and then you can use the video to run through again. It should connect. It should connect. Is she the only one having that challenge? Is anyone else who not connecting? Okay. So the next step is for us to create new measures using the sum function. What are the measures we have? Click order. Click the order, Mr. Hassan. Click the greater than in front of this order. Greater than. Okay. So we have cost, we have customer ID, date, order ID, product, revenue, and units sold. And so we want to add another measure. We want to create a new measure using the sum function. We want to use the sum function. So what measure do we want to create? So what measure do we want to create using the sum function? We want to know the total units sold, the total units sold. So to get the total units sold, we can check it from the units. That's the unit. So that's the unit. We can get the total units sold. Show the data view. Click on data view. Mr. Azza, click on the data view. Yes. So let's look at the total units sold. Look at units sold. So this unit sold, scroll down. This unit sold, this long, scroll down under the unit sold. No. Put your mouse inside on one of the cells. Just click. Click and scroll down. Yes, scroll down that way. Just keep scrolling up. So all these units sold, we want to get the total units sold. Okay. Or we can call it total sales. We can call it total sales.
If you say total sales, would it direct us to the currency, or that is the amount? So now we are talking of units. So
yes, we are not talking about amount here. We are talking about figure. So we can say total units sold. Total units sold. That's number of items that they eventually sold out, not as regard price now. Okay. Not as regard price now. So how do we calculate the total units sold? We want to create a new measure. Okay. So to create a new measure, click back on that part, yes, where you have your greater than. Okay, I don't want us to go there. We can go there. I want us to do it from this order. No, up. Order. Right click on the order. Yes, right click. So you have new measure. Yes, click on the new measure. Okay, so the new measure, once you click on it, it will show you the formula bar. The formula bar. So you have right to change this new measure to the name, whichever name you want it to be. So from this measure now, good. So you have total units sold. So what is the formula for us to use? We want to use the sum function. What function? We are going to use the sum function to find the total. So type your sum, capital letter, SUM. Okay, so once we go here, it's giving us hints that what do you want to sum? Is it the cookies? Is it customer? But you know that what we want to sum is under order and is units sold under order. So keep looking for order. Keep going down until you see order and you see unit sold. Look at order and then you see unit sold. So you click. So that's what we want to sum. So it's either you click on this mark, pass mark in front of it. Mr. Azan, go to this equal to, yes, click on it. It gives you the answer already when you click on it. So it's already added here under our measures. We have total units sold. So, or you click enter, it will do it for you. So now we already have total units sold listed here. We have other methods to do this where it's just, when we have it as another column on its own, okay, in our data set, or we can also do it this way. So that's creating new measure. So after creating new measure, what do we say we are going to do? We said we have used the sum function. That's the sum function. We said we are going to format measures. So how do you format measures? Click on that total units sold. Click on the total units sold. Now that you have clicked on it, look at the measure. No, go back and click on that thing. Not like I don't see it as, no, I don't see it as a diagram. Double click. Yes, beautiful. So when you double click on it, look at what you have. You have measures 2. Once you double click on measures 2, will show. So you can play around it. And that's okay, this total units sold. Look at, you have auto here. Auto means they will give you the answer in decimal. So go back to this auto and turn it to 0. Meaning that don't give me an answer in decimal, give me a round figure. Mr. Azan, go to this auto under general, where you have $sign, percentage, comma, up to the 2 bar, no, to the 2 bar, up, where you have home, insert, where you have home, insert. Now come down to general, down, see general, yes, see auto, change it to 0. So it means that we don't want it in decimal point. We want our total units so to be in whole number. Now click on this comma. You are formatting your new measure. That's what we're doing now. When you click on the comma, it means that if they're in 1,000, they should put them in comma and say 1,000, this. They should not just write the number like that. So we are doing what? We are formatting our measure. You can change the name. The name is a total units sold. You can say total units. We can say total, whichever one. If you want to change, then you have home table order. That's where we got it from. Data category, uncategorized. So we can format measure from this place now. So what we have done now, we've changed the total units so to whole number, no decimal, because they are countable things. And then we have been able to put comma in between. I don't just write 1130, give me 1,130. So we put a comma for you. So that is formatting new measure. So the next thing we have in our Word document is we are going to edit and delete measure. Edit and delete measure. It showed us the other time when Mr. Azan he uploaded table 1, and so he deleted that table. So anything you don't want here, you just delete it. Mr. Azan, call for something else. Don't delete what we are using. No. Call for something else. Go back to home. Get another data that we don't want. And then you delete it. Get data. You can use our B1. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Let's see. Okay, table 3. Okay, beautiful. Load. Okay, it's loading. Okay, so he has decided to load table 3. So we want to delete table 3. Can you see where it went to? Click on that, you have more options, and then delete from the model, delete from model. So that's how you delete. So you can always add a table, you can delete a table. So can everybody, I want everybody work this formula for total sum. Do that now.
Oh.
Yes.
No,
Yes,
the
I can
recording
hear you.
stopped, but no, the recording stopped. So I was trying to draw your attention. It looks like it has come back.
Okay. Okay, so we've been able to create measure using sum. We've been able to delete measure. We've looked at how to format measure. We have formatted measure by changing the style of that measure. We've been able to edit and delete measure. So the next one, we are creating new measure using count function. We are creating new measure using count function. So Mr. Azan still go to, okay, you can decide to click on create measure from this top, whichever one you want. But the reason why I like to pick it from this side is for it to be directly from the exact position I'm working from. Since I'm working from order, I like to get my new measure from order. So that's why I prefer getting it from that part. So we now have creating measure, new measure, and we want to use another function. We've used the sum function. We want to use another function. So how do we do that? So we are in our formula bar now. The formula bar, we want to get total orders. Total orders. That's what the total order. Not we have gotten total units sold. We now want to get total order. And we can get the total order from the order ID. Yes, total order. To know the total number of orders we got that day. So what do we use? We use the count function. So count, then you go, what are we counting? We're counting rows. Don't put brackets. Don't put brackets yet. Count row, row, R-O-W, just type capital letter. Okay, count rows. So why do we say we're counting rows? You know that all the IDs, they're per row, 1, 2, like that. They are in each rows. So you're saying, go to total order, count the rows of what? Count the rows of the customer ID, count the rows of, this one we're doing order, count the rows of the orders. Orders, yes. Count the rows of the orders, yes. Bracket close. Okay, so click. Okay, so done. So we have total order, and we use the count row function. Everybody do that now. Do that now before we go to the next. The next thing we're supposed to do is to create new measure using distinct function. So we're going to use distinct function. So are we all done with this now? Okay, let me give 2 minutes for everybody to we've done the total order. We've used sum, we've used count row. Now we want to use distinct counts. Now we want to count the total number of customers. So we say total customer. So another measure, we are creating another measure. Mr. Hazan, we can still do total customer under orders. Let's do it under orders. So just collapse this one. Don't delete, don't delete. So let's do it, new measure under order. So our new measure, we want to get total customer. So we can actually use the customer ID to get the total number of customers that we have. So what do we use? We use distinct counts. Distinct counts. Yes, that means what are we now counting? We are counting customer ID under order. Under order. So you go under order, you pick customer ID. So we are doing a distinct count, yes, an head count of all the customers. So click on correct or enter, still the same thing. So now we have total customers. We have total customers. Okay, so the next thing we're supposed to do is to add comments. Create new measure using distinct customers. The rest will add comments to measures. So how do we add comments to measure? Go back to the measure you just did now, double click on it. Click on that measure that we just did now. We did total customer. Click on total customer. Yes. So now go to the formula bar. The formula bar where we have total customer equals to distinct counts, blah, blah. No, don't go there. Close it. Close what you have opened. Close. Hello, Mr. Azak.
I didn't open anything. I just dragged the cursor.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm listening.
Just
hello, ma'am.
hello, Mr. Azak.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Can
I
you
think
hear me now?
your network,
Yes, I can
your
hear
network
you.
is back now.
Now,
It's all right now.
okay. So just bring your mouse, click to the end of this customer ID under the formula bar.
Okay. Yeah.
No, that's not the formula bar. This is the formula bar. Yes. Yes, end, the end. Yes, click on the end. Yes, click.
I click on it.
Okay, now press enter.
No.
I want yes, that's what I want. Now, on this second line, you can now write comments. The way we write comments in Python, you also write comments. Why do you write comments? The comment helps you to be able to explain. The comment explain you're doing. That's what the comment does. So it puts 2//// the way we put hash for Python, we put / for Power BI. Yes, space.
Hello, ma.
Yes, sir.
So we try to click on enter. Press on enter, and it's not giving us that second line.
You press, you hold on to lock keyboard. Simultaneously, you hold on to it and you click enter.
Hold on to what?
There's a button, lock button, like the
Lock
one you
button.
to change the caps lock and all that.
Lock button. Okay, cap lock.
Yes.
And now press enter.
You hold it and press enter.
Okay, thank you.
Is it okay now?
So you can now type the comments to explain what you're doing. Okay, so you said yours means customer count. So that is giving comments. That's giving comments on what you're doing. Awesome. Just type enter and that will be all. So it will save it there for you. So we can also you can click that equal to. Click that correct mark in front. Yeah, so you're done. Or you click on enter, it keeps it for you. Okay, so with that now, we've been able to add comments to our measure. So the next thing we need to do is to create measure with operators. What operators? Plus, minus, divide, subtract. So those are operators. So how do we use them to create measures? Okay, let's create profit. Let's create total profit. Total profit. So how do we get the total profit? Total profit would have just been revenue minus cost. Am I right? Total profit would have just been revenue minus cost. So new measure, total profit. So we'll call it total profit. So our total profit is, we want to say revenue minus. So how do we do that? You sum our revenue.
Am I correct? Minus.
So we're saying you sum all the revenue and subtract it from the sum of all the costs. So that's correct. Now, you can see that it's very easy in the sense that, no, clean, let's start again. Clean, let's start again. Clean, let's start again. Let's start from that sum. Okay. Type sum. So when you know you want to use sum, what do we want to sum? We want to sum from order, revenue from order. So look for order. Just scroll down until you get to order. Then look at revenue where you have orders. Click. Yes, that's what you're going to use. Okay, beautiful. Then you can now say minus then you now have
Some. Can you hear me?
some.
Okay.
Type some. I can hear you. Type some.
I've typed some.
Continue, just type some. Leave that part, continue. When you get it right, that part to correct itself. It's still showing the previous one. Just continue. Okay. Okay, see.
The line is breaking up. Can you hear me? Hello?
Our line is breaking up. I can't hear her either.
Okay. So control yourself to column reference. So
Hello, Hassan.
Sir, I can hear you.
While waiting for her to come back, please, can you click on your total customer? Let me see where I went wrong.
Total
I want to see
customer.
the formula.
Okay.
Because I'm getting one end
Yeah,
of
can you
input
see it?
was reached. And so when I tried to enter, it said, I had an error message. It said the end of input was reached. And
Okay,
is
it only for the, there's one, there's two. One is just showing the total customer, distinct counts, orders, customer ID. Is it just for that one or including the comments?
Okay, maybe I've seen where something will have got.
Okay, it's distinct counts.
Distinct count. Okay, customers, I see. Okay, I will correct it, thank you.
Okay. So this total profit. So functions only accept references.
So we have okay. So what I mean is this: when you have after this revenue, you have sum, you have order, then you have revenue like a list. Under this revenue, there should be a comma. Click and put a normal comma. The comma that close the order. There's a comma that no. Put a bracket, I mean. There's a bracket that starts order. A bracket should close it. Not a square bracket, a normal bracket that starts this order. Yeah, that's what I mean. Minus, I'm still looking at it. Minus some other cost. Take this sum part again. Clear it and take it again. This first part. Go ahead, clear. Clear it again and start again. Okay, so start. Total profit is sum of order of revenue minus sum of order of cost. The sum function only accepts a column reference as an argument, a column. I am forming a column, not a row, Revenue is a column. Only accept a column reference as an argument. Order, revenue, column. Okay. Clear. Go to sum. Let's see if we can use somebody.
Hello, ma. I've done it over here, so you can check the chat room to see the correction. So the only correction.
That's what he's typing too. What you just showed now, that's what you type. What you show now, that's what you type.
All right.
Okay, go to sum.
Okay, because I'm done over here.
You are done. I don't know why his own is not doing. Because that's just what it should be there. Sum, and what are we summing? We are summing order revenue. Look for order and revenue. Yes, minus. Just go ahead and put minus first. Then what are you summing?
No, before that minus. Hello, ma.
Sir? Yes.
Before that minus, let him close. Bracket close.
He did a bracket close, and yet he was still showing that. I told him to do a bracket close.
Let him do it now.
Okay, do a bracket close immediately.
Yes, please. Okay. So then continue.
Because we actually did a bracket close. We was still giving him that error. So order under cost. Okay. Click.
It's okay now.
Have you clicked?
Yeah, it's okay now. So what
Okay.
happened is that after I added I closed the brackets. We didn't go further. It was before I closed the bracket. That was the last time we tried
Because
to.
see, I told you that when you have this order, this order have a bracket. So you're supposed to have this same bracket to close at the end of the revenue, because revenue is just a list. You can see that you have square bracket. Revenue is a list with a square bracket. So let's go to the next one. So we've been able to use, we have created measure using operator. The operator is this minus that we put in between. That's an operator. So the next one is for us to use quick measure, quick measure. So to use quick measure, let's go to home, look for quick measure. Or something called quick measure, just look for it. Have you seen the quick measure?
Yes.
Okay, so click on quick measure.
I've clicked on quick measure.
Now on quick measure, you are saying you want to quickly calculate, calculate all your measures without stress. So click on that drop down. Now the measure we use now, click on that drop down again. Like the measure we use now, we find out that we use subtraction, am I right? So
yes.
Go to subtraction, go down and click subtraction.
Okay. Base values, subtract.
Have you clicked on subtraction?
Yes.
Have you seen it? Just give
going
it's subtraction in all the
I've clicked on subtraction.
Go down, check. I can see it. I can see it. Now, what is the base value? The base value is what? Is our revenue. Am I right? So
yes.
Drag it from here. Go to order. Collapse the order. Yes. Drag revenue to that first place. Yes. So what are we subtracting? We are subtracting cost. Drag cost. Drag it to the bottom one. Okay. So okay. So if you look at the formula bar, you already have it. It's done for us now. So this is doing it using quick measure. Okay, it has done the same thing we did. So it just said revenue minus cost. So that's using a quick measure. So you can decide to now change the name to what we have. You can decide to change the name and say the name is, yes?
I missed that part. I'm sorry.
Okay, you missed that part. That we can also use quick measure to calculate the same thing that we have calculated. So if you click on quick measure, Mr. Azan, go back again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So once it's 1 o'clock, I'm going to give us break to go and use the Ebola data to do all what we have done from beginning to this part where we stop. So that after that 1 o'clock, we come up and then we are going to have the break from 1 to 1:30. So once it's 1:30, we'll come up and then we round up. Okay, so once you get to this quick measure, you click. What is the quick measure that we want to use? We want to use subtraction. We want to subtract two measures. So we click on subtraction. So after clicking on subtraction, we have two tables open. What are we subtracting? Revenue minus cost. So we go to order, we drag revenue to the first one, we drag cost to the second one, and we click OK. So that will give us the answer. So with the answer now, you have it on the formula bar. You can decide to change the name, whichever name you want to give it. So That is using quick measure to do what we have been doing since. So can we all quickly do that part now? Everybody do that part now.
Clara, can I ask a question?
Okay, go ahead with your question.
So at what point do we notice or know how to use this all this quick, like the quick measure, like
You know that once you are given a job to do in Power BI, they just give you data. They don't give you specific formulas. You are the one that you are the one that will generate all these formulas. And when you generate the formula, you know that okay, to calculate profit margin, I need to have my profit, I need to have my cost, so I need to have this. Okay, so whichever one you don't have that you need, then you need to calculate it. You can see that with the data given, they didn't give us all these total cost, total customer, total sales, total units sold. But we know that we need them because when you build your dashboard, you want to show the owner of the business that at the end of the month or at the end of the year, they were able to sell this particular item. And you're able to show the owner of the business that it's only this particular customer that takes much. Let's say you are supplying 10 different organizations. They are the ones buying things from you. That's okay. It means we should invest much more in these people because they are the one getting more sales for us. They are the one doing much for us. So it helps you. You are the one that will generate all the formulas yourself at a point when you know those things that you actually need to build on. So the formulas, they will not give you, they will not tell you, generate formula for this. No. Just the way I gave that Ebola question, that's the way the question is going to come. You are the one that will now look at it that, okay, at the end of the day, what do I want to give reports on? I need total sales. I need total revenue. I need profit margin. I need profit. Profit is not even there. How do I calculate my profit? If I have a selling price and a cost price, I can get my profit. So those are things that you are the one that will generate those ones yourself. At the point when you are about making decision for the business owner, you need to do all that. So all these things will now be part of what you're going to build on your dashboard. They need to see it on your dashboard.
Thank you, ma'am. So I want to ask Mr. Azan, I saw what he just did now. So he did
quick
job
measure.
for, yes,
Quick
he
measure.
did quick measure for total profit too. So to my own understanding, I'm thinking maybe he's trying to create that particular new measure so that for the connector ends, so that you can have both that in the cookies type and other.
No, you know that we have done this before. We have done this total profit before. I'm just using another method to show you that you can use quick measure to also get it.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. What Mr. Dan is just doing, he's just renaming it.
Yes, exactly.
Renaming is that, okay, we have already have total profit. Let me name this one total profit 2.
Instead of deleting it completely.
All
Do
right.
you get just renaming it here? Okay, so we've done that. Now we've used quick measure to get it. But we can also get the profit without going through all this process. We can just go to the data set and then create another column. We all know how to create a column, am I right? So Mr. Azan, go to the data set, create new column. No, you are not. You are doing that under. You are not doing it under cookies type. You are doing it under order. You know, everything we have been doing is under order. So you are doing this under order. We are using another method to still get the profits. Okay. So now when you have, you have revenue, you have cost. So create another column here. Yes. So now let's name this our column profits. Everybody look at what it's doing. Create a new column on your own too and name it profits. Beautiful. Now stop, Mr. Azan. You can see that on the formula bar, it's showing you profit equal to wonderful. So you are going to now write it yourself that profit equals to revenue minus cost. That's all on this formula bar. Right, revenue. Okay, you want to use sum of revenue?
Are we saying the same thing?
Do you want to use sum of revenue?
Yes.
Okay.
No, are you sure you do some?
Close the bracket. Minus. So once you click enter, it will give you the answer. Click on enter. Yes. No, why is it the same thing? Because you use some. That's how
you some.
Don't use some.
I
It's
was
going
trying to say it shouldn't be some.
Do you get? Take out the sum. Take out the sum too. That's why I was saying you're not supposed to use sum. Yes. Now enter. Because it's not supposed to be the same value. It's supposed to be each should have this. Yeah, that's it now. So don't use sum. Okay? Yeah. That's another method. That's another method of getting your profit. That's another method of getting your profit. So what we look at, the next one on our outline is yes, you can tell me the next one on our Microsoft outline. Yes. I want everybody to follow. We've done adding comments to measure, we've created new measure with operators, we've used quick measure, that's what we do. Now we have created calculated column. That's what we just did now. That's calculated column. So the third one say measure versus calculated column. Now, what is the difference between what we just did now? Go back to the PowerBI. What is the difference between this calculated column and the measures that we have been doing? Now, the difference there is this. Calculated column, you have created another column. But under that measure, no column is created. Just say measure, you just say profit. Okay? You don't have any column created. But you have already created a formula and you have answers generated already without having a column. So that's the difference. So depending on what you want to do, if you want a visible column to be seen, fine. If you don't want, fine. So whichever one you feel, so that's a measure versus calculated column. So that's just look at whichever one you feel is quick for you, whichever one is easier for you. Okay, so that's what it means. So we'll go on break. When we come back, we'll do the remaining measure versus reference, another measure. How do you use another measure inside the measure? Then you have iterator function, time and date function, find function, if function, calculate function, and then that's it. So now that we are going to go on break, you are going to do that Ebola hole. You are going to do the Ebola hole. The Ebola hole from beginning to where we stop now. Check everything, do it from beginning to where we stop now. So that when we're building the dashboard, it's going to be very easy. So we're going to call We're going to start the class now. We meet by 1:30. We're meeting by 1:30. Please, Mr. Yemi, make the recording available immediately after the class. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. God bless you all. Let's meet by 1:30.